for the national anthem and Tamil Thai Anthem.
நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திரும்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
And Managing Trustee of Aim for Seva to please give us the welcome address.
His Excellency Shri Thiru R.N. Ravi, Dr. Swami Sakshat Kritananda Ji, the Chief Acharya of Rishikesh, the Swami Dayananda Ashram, Dr. E.S. Krishnamurthy, our Trustee of Aim for Seva and Founder Buddhi Clinic, Shri Ravi Malhotra, Trustee of Aim for Seva, Shri R. Kannan, also Trustee of Aim for Seva, Mr. Arvind Balaji and Ms. Priyamvada Balaji, Trustees of Aim for Seva, all our revered and dignitaries, guests who have been our constant supporters of all the work that's been founded by Swami G, a warm welcome and namaskar. This is a very momentous day for us at Aim for Seva actually, because this is an Aim for Seva project. This was started in 1998 by our founder, Pujya Swami Dayananda Saraswati, because he had personal experience and a family member who was had a spectrum disorder. And he saw the suffering of the parents more than even of the child. He saw the suffering of the parents, the inability to cope, and always the constant worry and anxiety. Who after us? Who will look after them? What way will they go? And then not only that, they are not sure the siblings will be as supportive. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And sometimes the siblings also suffer because they don't get married, or even if they do get married, they don't have children because they don't know whether this will come to them also. These are the issues which made Swamiji start. That's why it was aptly termed Krupa. And he wanted that adults should live with dignity, holistic living, good nutrition, and also and wide spaces. It was at this time when he had that idea, Mrs. Saroj Goenka of B.D. Goenka Bhagwan Das Trust and Indian Express newspapers, and her daughter, Ms. Kavita Singhania, came forward and gave this huge piece of land to Swamiji to start such a work. And here we have adults, male adults, staying from the age of about, I think, 23 till about 64 right now. And many of them either have parents or the parents are unable to take them home. And what happens is, when supposing they are about 60, the parents are either very, very fragile in health or they are no longer alive, in which case it is our responsibility at Kripa to keep them living with dignity till their very end. Of course, now with this, from 2012 when it came to Aim for Seva till 2019, we managed to, incrementally bring in changes. But it was in 2019 we felt it was time to completely give an actualization of Swamiji's vision, what he would have liked. So every single building here has been either completely rebuilt or totally taken down and refurbished. So this is a completely new campus, and we are very, very privileged and honored that His Excellency Shri R.N. Ravi, Governor of Tamil Nadu, has accepted to come and inaugurate it. And we are very happy, all the buildings that he's inaugurated. Thank you very much, sir. And here and then we have a new addition to Kripa, which is Buddhi Clinic, which has been very kindly set up. The equipment and the personnel by Dr. E.S. Krishnamurthy. And here they offer the care in terms of Ayurveda, mud pack, hydrotherapy, yoga, and many other facilities which they offer to our residents free of cost. We also have 10 rooms built above this, where 10 families can come with their children or adults who can come and take and partake of this facility in the Buddhi Clinic, and while they stay here, so they can stay for an extended stay, 3 weeks, 1 month or 2 months, so that when they return, they can have it in a better condition. So this, and we have, of course, a very good cafeteria, a dining and a laundry also attached to all this. Plus, we have a lot of open spaces, all of which I request all of you, after, from when this program is over, we'll have a tea, and I'd like you all to please come on with us on a guided tour, where buggies are available. We would like you to see the facilities, not because there is any, but that such a facility exists near Chennai, and that people can come. We also plan to have a respite care, where they could come and stay for a short while and then return back home. So, and we are very, very, proud to announce that this is really one such very unique facility, where we provide them with total residential right till the very end of their lives, and people live with dignity. They are laughing, they run, they have an open space, their medications have come down also, and which has also overall helped them. Many of the people who have been with Krupa from 1998, like Mrs. Nandini, who's here, and they will know the difference that we have gone through, the many iterations Krupa has gone through. So I thank you all very much for being here, and please be with us and help us on our journey so that we complete the vision of Swamiji. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sheila Balaji. I would now like to request Swami Sakshat Kritananda Saraswati Ji, Chairman and Managing Trustee of Sri Gangadishwara Trust, Rishikesh, and Chief Acharya of the Swami Dayananda Ashram, Rishikesh, and Trustee of Aim for Seva, to please deliver his address to us.
Om Dayakaram Dayakaram Dhantam Dharma Pravartakam Pranamami Dayanandam Madacharya Param. His Excellency Devanand Ji, Sheila Balaji, the chairperson of Aim for Seva, and other dignitaries and all the invitees. My namaskarams to all of you. I am extremely happy to be part of this inaugural event of the renovated Krupa Home for mentally challenged children. We are proud to have His Excellency as the chief guest, who has deep values for our Sanatana Dharma. And we pray that his continued service is available for the state of Tamil Nadu. One thing is very evident in the whole renovation project. It reveals the outlook of Pujya Sri Swami G. Swami Ji never discriminated among people in keeping with the vision of oneness that is revealed in the Shastra. I will come to the point. Shastra says, Sarvabhutastam Atmanam Sarvabhutani Chatmani Ikshate Yoga Yuktatma. A wise person sees everybody in himself and himself in everybody. That is the vision of oneness, which Gita again says. That is samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram. Is one Ishvara, the Atma in every being. Therefore, he always kept this Gita vision in his mind. Atmau pamyena sarvatra samam pashyati yorjuna. Look upon everybody as you look at yourself. For whatever you experience, you want to give to everybody. That is, himself becomes the standard of comparison. Why I am telling all these things? Because in this facility, we follow the outlook of Swami Ji, and we don't look upon the children here in any way less than what we look at ourselves. If you go through the facility, you will see what kind of infrastructure, facility, comforts, everything is given to the children. Maybe this is the very unique facility that you have for children of this type. For Srila Balaji has imbibed that vision of outlook of oneness, sameness in the renovation of this Krupa Home for mentally challenged children. On this occasion, we cannot but remember the unparalleled contributions of Pujya Sri Swami Ji, who is the founder of many institutions, All India Movement for Seva, Swami Dayananda Educational Society in Manjakudi, which has transformed the village into an educational hub, Hindu Dharma Acharya Sabha, Dharma Rakshana Samiti. Like this, Swamiji have founded so many institutions, all to serve the society in various fields, including the most outstanding institutions, that is Arsha Vidya Gurukulams, where he prepared hundreds of teachers by giving this wisdom, and who are sharing this wisdom all over the world, most of whom are renunciates and many are householders. They are carrying the torch of wisdom among the humanity all over the world. And he is an acclaimed traditional teacher of Vedanta, and Aim for Seva has done human service. That is the motto of caring. It cares for the underprivileged children who are in the remote areas who do not have the fortune of education. Aim for Seva has built more than 100 chatralayas all over India, where these children are kept in the chatralayas and the entire expenses of their education is met by Aim for Seva. There is zero cost for the parents. And recently, Aim for Seva has expanded its operation into building schools where students get not only academic education but also cultural education, how to develop the personality. Therefore, it is wonderful. Schools are operating especially in Madhya Pradesh, and more schools are going to be inaugurated next year. This year we inaugurated some of them. Next year we are going to inaugurate more schools, which will give wholesome education. These schools will give wholesome education under CBSE. And this Aim for Seva, when Swami G attained Mahasamadhi, Srila Balaji undertook the responsibility of continuing the activities of Aim for Seva and has taken it to newer and newer heights. And this is the latest one. This renovation is the latest one. And there are many more projects maybe in the offing. I pray Ishvara to give her a long, healthy, resourceful life, that she continues this service. Om Tat Sat.
Thank you, Swamiji. I would now like to request Swami Sakshat Kritananda Saraswati Ji to please felicitate our chief guest, His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Thiru R.N. Ravi. I would now like to request Mr. Ravi Malhotra, Trustee of Aim for Seva, to please felicitate Swami Sakshat Kritananda Saraswati Ji, Trustee of Aim for Seva, Chairman and Managing Trustee of Sri Ganga Dishura Trust, Rishikesh, and Chief Acharya of the Swami Dayananda Ashram in Rishikesh. Now we come to a very important part of our event. I would like to invite our chief guest, His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Thiru R.N. Ravi, to please launch Krupa magazine. The first copy of the magazine has been received by Swami Sakshat Kritananda Ji. Thank you so much, sir. Krupa is a brand new magazine that has been launched by Aim for Seva. It will serve as a platform for knowledge sharing, dissemination of information, and exchange of experiences for parents of individuals with developmental delays or individuals who wish to learn more and contribute to this field. I would now like to invite our chief guest, His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Thiru R.N. Ravi, to please address us.
My humble pranam to the lotus feet of Pujya Swami Dayananda Saraswati Ji. Dignitaries on the dais, Swami Sakshat Kartanand Saraswati Ji, Miss Sheila Balaji, Dr. E.S. Krishnamurti, Thiru Ravi Malhotra, distinguished invitees, members of Aim for Seva, gracious ladies and gentlemen, when Sheila Balaji with her colleagues came and to invite me, and when they told me what they are doing, it was so touching. Without, as the proverb goes, without batting an eyelid, I say, I will come. I would like to express my profoundest affection, greetings, and devotion to Swami G, Pujya Swami Dayananda Saraswati Ji, who could conceive the idea of Aim for Seva. We know that in our Sanatana Dharma, Seva is at the core of it. We often say that Atma Mokshartham Jagat Hidaya. It is for the service to the others is the way to salvation. And it is such great souls who have appeared on this holy land, on this sacred geography of Bharat, for several thousand years, from time to time, every age, every place, who have carried on the mission of Seva. We know that the core element of our Sanatana Dharma is oneness of creation. That Parameshwara, after having created this universe, creation, is present in every element of it. Humans, animals, plants, animate, inanimate. But it so happens that the divine chooses to manifest in a more concentrated form or a purer form in some. And I believe that Swami Dayananda Saraswati was one such divine soul. Krupa Home, I had occasion to have a quick visit to different facilities which have been created here. Whatever I have seen so far in our country, perhaps this is the one institution which takes care of people with such disabilities, especially autistic people, at the later part of their life. Because what Swami G told, what Srila Balaji told also, that the concern was the parents of such children, they all have a common concern. What after us? And this is something that usually others, those who have not seen or experienced in their own family or in their close family any such person, they would not be able to appreciate it. We all live with an illusion that we are all very healthy, we are all very great. But we know what Adi Sankaracharya said, Ma kuru dhanajana jauvan garvam harati nimisadakala sarvam. What happens next moment when I get on the podium or even while standing, nobody knows. This impermanence and this vulnerability we are not aware of. And as a result, often we remain insensitive to our fellow people, those who are in need of service, in need of seva. I have been to quite a few institutions whenever I get opportunity to see such places. In Vilupuram, in Tenkasi, there are institutions which are doing great service. But taking care of someone at a later stage in their life, I am not sure whether this is the pioneering institution which is doing so. Because so long the parents are there, our parents are capable, because parents also grow, obviously. When they cease to become capable, who will look after them? And they deserve dignity. It's not something which is, in our Sanatana Dharma, taking care of the seva is not something which we call it, often we use the word charity. I don't think charity is not the appropriate word for it. Mahatma Gandhi used to often sing a bhajan, Vaishnav janato tene kahiye peer paraye jane re, par dukhe upakar kare man abhiman nane. You don't feel that you are doing a great service. You should feel, in fact, blessed that you had the occasion to do some service. That has been the spirit. I think more and more such institutions should come up. We do not have any account of how many such persons are there in our country as yet. I was going through a note given by this institution that in Tamil Nadu there are 13 lakhs plus people, maybe more. I am not very sure whether this is a figure. At the All India level, when I got the data some time back from ministry and the central government, the estimate they said that about perhaps we have more than 50 lakhs autistic children in our country. But that's a grossly underestimation, because there is a huge reluctance on the part of parents even to tell that, to share it, that my child is suffering from such a disability. And when it comes to the girl children, just know, they get worried. What would happen if they disclose? Then the future prospect is affected. The child would not get married. All kinds of considerations, it keeps adding up to the problem. It also keeps adding up to the problem, not only statistics, but the fact that the early intervention could be of some help. and the children are denied of. So, even though the government, the state, I'm talking about even the government of India, the central government has come up with legislation to give education and opportunities to such people. But these are the issues that cannot be addressed through legislation. These are the issues that cannot be addressed through laws or even by the government. Because government by its sheer nature is a machine. It's a heartless machine. It works like a machine. Here as a machine, there is no soul in it. It may have policy, but it doesn't have soul in it. So empathy, which is needed, which is the core of service, is not there in it. It has to come from the society. And our country, Bharat, has always relied on society. It has never relied on governments. It has never relied on kings or queens and kingdoms. No. It is the society, Samaj, which has taken care of. And unfortunately, over the years, long period of subjugation, colonization, and whatnot, we seem to have forgotten ourselves, or our sense of ourselves, who we are, has weakened considerably. We need to reawaken it. We need to take charge of our responsibilities. An institution like Krupa Home should be encouraged, should be assisted. It is all about, everyone cannot build a Krupa Home. It's not possible. But certainly I can do my own bit. As we know that the old story of Ramayana goes that Sri Rama, when they built the Setu, even the squirrel carried some sand. It's good enough. It needs help, it needs assistance, such institutions, to see that they expand and able to provide care to more and more such needy persons. Today, when our country is waking up to its sense of self, and with a sense of pride, I think this area is very important to address. And I'm sure, as we have seen, the goodness inherent in our people is immeasurable. We often don't realize how much goodness is latent in our people. I just to illustrate one example. Last year, at the beginning of 2023, when Prime Minister gave a call that by 2025, India will be TB free. Now, India is a country with the largest number of TB patients. But when he gave a call, he realized that it was not possible for the government to do it. Government can create on the health center, community health center, primary health center, give some medicine, free medicine checkup and all that. But beyond that, what? Because we know that a TB patient is invariably, they are from the poor classes, poor communities. It's a lot of case of health and hygiene associated with it. For a TB patient, it's not only medicine, but even nutrition is needed. So he launched, to harness the goodness among our people, a scheme, what we call Nikshay Mitra. Let volunteers come and adopt some TB patients who will provide them assistance for a year or two by way of nutrition. And response was overwhelming. Over 10 million people volunteered themselves, more than the number of TB patients perhaps, that we will do it. This is the power of inherent goodness in our, this is Bharat. You know, when you go to the West and you find somebody who's a great philanthropist, he has contributed or she has contributed billions of dollars. And by that measure, they say philanthropy is that spirit is not here. Completely mistaken. Every house is a philanthropist. When a person comes home, go to any village, the person doesn't go unfed. We know how. It won't happen there. You go, they will be chased out. They might let loose the dog. You have a difficulty. So here, this is the goodness of our people. We need to awaken that sense of goodness, sense of service. And I'm sure we will do it. We are doing it. I wish this institution, Krupa Home, and Aim for Seva, all the very best. You are all doing a great service to humanity, great service to our Sanatana Dharma, our tradition. And this is what gives the hope to the rest of the world, the confidence in India, in Bharat, taking the leadership. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring and heartwarming speech. To bring this event to a formal close, I would like to invite Dr. E.S. Krishnamurthy, founder of Buddhi Clinic and Neurokrish Foundation and trustee of Aim for Seva, to please deliver the vote of thanks.
Namaste and good evening to all. Before we conclude, there are many people we wish to thank. First and foremost, the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu and Chief Guest of Honor, Sri Arun Ravi. He warmly accepted the invitation to be here despite a very busy schedule. And we thank you, sir, for coming here, spending your time with us, and for a very, very inspiring lecture which reminds us of our roots, our traditions, and what we should all be aspiring to do. Swami Sakshat Dayananda Saraswati Ji, trustee of Aim for Seva, he is a very eminent part of the Swami Dayananda institutions, and he has come all the way from Rishikesh to be with us today. Namaste. We thank you, Swami G, for coming all the way. The chairperson and managing trustee of Aim for Seva, Mrs. Sheila Balaji, without whom none of this would happen. But as somebody who frequently approaches her with requests, I can say I never leave the room disappointed. In fact, it's within seconds the request will be granted. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all the inspiration and all the support that you give the development of this institution. What you're seeing here today is entirely her vision, which is in action. Ms. Saroj Goenka, the first and foremost patron of Krupa, her generous act has enabled us to continue with this Seva for adults with developmental delays and the long-term care of people who need such care. The Aim for Seva trustees, Sri Ravi Malhotra, Ms. Priyamvada Balaji, Sri Arvind Balaji, and Sri R. Kannan for continued support and guidance on how these activities should continue. Sri Dharmarajan, one of the first associates and supporter of Krupa. Sri R. Giridhar and his team at Krupa. This includes and is not restricted to the caretakers, special educators, trainers, healthcare staff and nurses, social workers, facility management and support staff, administrative and finance staff, all of whom have constantly put their heart and soul to ensure the parents of residents can be at ease and know that their family members being taken care of. Very big thanks to the team in Krupa. Just to say that in terms of resourcing, I want to point out that it's almost a 1:1 resourcing. For each resident, there is one staff member here. And that, at best we can do 1:2. So that it's an enormous responsibility, and the team has done such a wonderful job consistently. Our Buddhi Clinic team, I think the Honorable Governor said that you have to do certain things that unlock your soul. And I think for our Buddhi Clinic team, this campus being here, working with the residents is really that opportunity. And I see joy in them every time they come here to render some service and spend a few days. And it's an enormous privilege for us to be here. So thank you to Aim for Seva and Sheila Balaji for the opportunity. Very big thanks to all our overseas teams, Aim for Seva USA, Aim for Seva Canada, for always being there and supporting Aim for Seva India's projects in whichever way they can, be it rural education or a special project like Krupa. All other donors and supporters of Krupa who believe in our vision and have walked the talk. Team Delphi TVS, undoubtedly Aim for Seva's best friend in the locality. From the smallest to the biggest, your kind-heartedness and generosity is deeply appreciated and warmly acknowledged. Thank you very much. Shri Ramdas, Chief Human Resources Officer of Lucas TVS, Shri Arunachalam, Group Chief Security Officer of the GCSO Group, for their timely and everyday security and gatekeeping assistance. It's extremely important to maintain security in a campus like this. The residents have to be safe and they have to stay within the campus. So it's a very important job. A special mention of Sri Ramesh, Sri Sudhakar and Sri Varadan from Lucas TVS for their unsitting and untiring support, not just today, but all through the year. Krupa parents, who form a very important part of this journey, and their participation is extremely important to us and greatly valued by us. Sri Bharat Doshi and his son Nikhil for helping us construct this vision. All the renovation that you see, the organization of the buildings is really something that they've helped conceptualize and complete. The event management partner shows space for making the program happen. The caterers, Mr. Babu and his team and ITC, the maintenance. And finally, my pranams to all those in the audience. A very big thank you to all of you for being with us here on this very special occasion. We request you to stay back and enjoy tea with us. And it's been a great privilege and a pleasure once again to have all of you here. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring this event now to a close. I would like to request you to please rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे